Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya
Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda
Sri
Sri
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda
Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya
Jaya
Dvaita
Dvaita
Chandra
Chandra
Jaya
Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai
Jai
Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai
Jai
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila chapter 1, the later pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. So yesterday we read how Mahaprabhu is traveling from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan, or at least that's his intention. And we saw that this devotee, Narsimhananda Brahmachari, right? He informed all the devotees that the Lord won't go past Kanai Natashala. He's actually not going to Vrindavan. He'll only stop there. And you'll all know that in future. You'll find that out, but I'm telling you ahead of time. So from Kulia, Mahaprabhu went to, so first of all he came to Vidyanagar. From Vidyanagar he went to Kulia, and from Kulia, in Kulia he delivered those who had offended him. From there he went to Ramkeli. In Ramkeli lived Rup Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. They were Dabir Khas and Sakar Malik back then. So Mahaprabhu went to that village, and when he went there, wherever he went, especially in Ramkeli, the Lord went into ecstasy, performing Sankirtan, and so many people were coming to see the Lord. And the king, Nawab Hussain Shah, when he saw this, he also he thought this is a prophet, right? Because he is not giving them any charity or anything. Still, so many people are coming after him. They just follow wherever he goes. They just begin to travel with him. Wherever he's going, they're just following with him. I can understand this is a prophet. Then he asked his personal servant, Keshav Chhatri, that please give some information about this prophet, this Lord Chaitanya. So this Keshav Chhatri was aware of the identity of the Supreme Lord, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu completely. He was aware, but still he avoided giving information. Why? Because now he's saying that, oh, it's wonderful. So he said, no, he's just an ordinary mendicant. That's how he responded. He just avoided. He said it's just an ordinary mendicant. Okay. See, text 171. When the Muslim king asked his assistant Keshav Chatri for news of the influence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Keshav Chatri, although knowing everything about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, tried to avoid the conversation by not giving any importance to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities. So we understood why he did that, because you cannot trust. You cannot trust, right? Those whose senses are not controlled, today they'll be nice and tomorrow they'll be again wicked. So you cannot, and wicked means he can create problems for Mahaprabhu. Therefore, of course, Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord who can create any problems. But still, this is the nature of a devotee's affection for the Lord. Otherwise, why, Vasudev is taking Krishna to Gokul, and to protect from Kamsa, right? He is the Supreme Lord. This is the nature of the affection of the devotees. When they play, they want to protect also. When they are like when they are in the role of a parent, they become protective of the child. Anyway, so this Keshav Kashmiri didn't want this Nawab Hussain Shah to create any problems for Mahaprabhu. So he just avoided. He said, no, he's just an ordinary prophet. What did Nawab Hussain Shah say to that? What are you speaking? An ordinary prophet? This is nothing ordinary. Huh? So, yeah. Acha, we didn't come to that. We didn't come to that point. Yeah. I think we have to start with text 172. Maybe we read it in the purport. That's how. Let me just go quickly to the previous one. Yeah, Keshav Chatri became a diplomat, correct. So Prabhupada explained in the purport. So Keshav Chatri avoided answering. Why he avoided? He became a diplomat when questioned about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He knew everything about the Lord, but he was afraid that the Muslim king might become his enemy. This is the thing. Because he will see, he'll become envious. Oh, he has so much following, so many, just like, Chand Kazi. Why? He was envious of the Hindus, doing Sankirtan in Navadvip, because they are becoming more popular, right? Will take away their caste, like that. He forbade people from performing Sankirtan, like that. So he will become an enemy of Mahaprabhu, and he will put obstacles in the Lord's Sankirtan. So that's why Keshav Chatri said, no, he just avoided answering. He avoided. He gave no importance to the Lord's activities. So that the Muslim king will leave him alone, will leave Mahaprabhu alone. Oh, he's just an ordinary mendicant. It's okay, like that. So let's continue. भिखारी सन्यासी को रे तीर्थ पर्यटन तारे देखी बारे आई से दुई चारी जना. Keshav Chatri informed the Muslim king that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a mendicant, like a beggar, right? He doesn't have anything. So he just goes begging from door to door. So Keshav Chatri informed about Mahaprabhu, that Mahaprabhu was a mendicant touring different places of pilgrimage, and that as such only a few people came to see him. Say, so, what are you talking? Sometimes it happens, right? Someone says, like so many people, I heard so many people come. Who told you so many people? He's just an ordinary person. Just 2-3 people go to see him, that's all. It's not so many people like that. He's just a mendicant, going door to door. He goes to the holy places of pilgrimage. Bhikari, right? The Bengali said, Bhikari is just a mendicant begging, going to different holy places. And 2-3 people come to meet him, that's all. यव्वने तोमार ठाई कोरये लगानी तारा हिंसाय लाभ नहीं होए आरहानी. Keshav Chatri said, out of jealousy, your Muslim servant plots against him. I think that you should not be very interested in him, for there is no profit in it. Rather, there is simply loss. Right? So, whoever has informed you that he has so many followers, right? And so many people are coming in, we saw in hundreds of thousands, people were coming to see Mahaprabhu. So one of the Muslim servants came and told Nawab Hussain Shah, I don't know who this person is. He's, so many people are coming. So Keshav Chhatri is saying, this your servant, Muslim servant, feeling jealous, right? He has some personal envy or whatever with Mahaprabhu. So feeling jealous of Mahaprabhu, he's just telling you like this, right? That so that you will go and take some action against him. But there won't be any profit for you because he's just an ordinary person. You're not going to gain anything in your, whatever you're going to invest in trying to defeat this person. You won't gain anything because, out of jealousy, he is feeling jealous of that person and therefore is coming. In Hindi, they say, "Badha chadha ke bolna," right? Actually, there's only 2-3 people like that. He's just dismissing the whole thing, Keshav Chhatri. Huh? Out of jealousy, your Muslim servant plots against him. I think that you should not be very interested in him, for there is no profit in it. Rather, there is simply loss. Raja re prabodhi Keshava Brahmana Pathaya Chali Bharat Tare Prabhure Pathaila Kohiya. After pacifying the king in this way, Keshav Chhatri sent a Brahmana messenger to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requesting him to leave without delay. You see, this is called diplomacy. This is called diplomacy. So, what did the king say? Nawab Hussain Shah say, oh, this is a great prophet, I can understand. That Prabhupada said in the purport. Even a Mlecha king, a Mlecha Muslim Yavana, would understand the greatness of Mahaprabhu, the influence of Mahaprabhu. So he said, don't disturb his activities, let him do whatever he's doing because he's a prophet, he's a person of God. But Keshav Chhatri didn't just get carried away by that. Today he is glorifying, tomorrow he can create problems. So in front of Nawab Hussain Shah, he said, forget, don't worry about him. But immediately he sent a Brahmana to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu secretly, informing him you should leave this place immediately before you attract more attention of this king. Like that. Leave this place immediately without delay. Dabira khasere raja puchila nibhrite gosaira mahimate ho lagilo kahite. Now, after talking to Keshav Chhatri, the king talked to Dabir Khas, who is none other than Rupa Goswami. In private, the king inquired from Dabir Khas, Sri Rupa Goswami, who began to speak about the glories of the Lord. So Rupa Goswami is speaking about the glories. ये तुम्हारे राज्य दिलो जे तुम्हारा गोसाई नहीं गोसाया तुम्हारा देशे तुम्हारा भाग्य जन्मिला आसिया. Srila Rupa Goswami said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead who gave you this kingdom and whom you accept as a prophet has taken birth in your country due to your good fortune. So when this Nawab Hussain Shah was not satisfied with the answer given by Keshav Chhatri, he inquired from Srila Rupa Goswami, who was not yet Rupa Goswami by then, he was still Dabir Khas, his prime minister. And he inquired him in private that who is this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So Srila Rupa Goswami is telling the truth. You are so fortunate that the Supreme Lord, whom you call prophet, right? They call Allah prophet, messenger of God. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whom you call prophet, has appeared, has appeared in your land out of your great good fortune. Yeah. तोमारा मंगल वांछे कार्य सिद्ध होए, इहारा आशीर्वादे तोमारा सर्वत्र ही जय. This prophet always desires your good fortune. By his grace, all your business is successful. By his blessings, you will attain victory everywhere. So he is not going to be an obstacle for you because he is your prophet. There's only one God, right? Sun is one. You see the same sun in America and the same sun we see in India, and someone else sees the same sun in Africa. Now we cannot say this, that is American sun and this is Indian sun and that is African sun. Sun is one. So whether somebody is a Muslim or somebody is a Christian or Hindu, God is one. God is one. So that's why Mahaprabhu is saying that Supreme Personality of Godhead whom you call Allah or whom you call a prophet, he is only interested in your benefit, always. He is your well-wisher. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. Yes, he is the well-wisher, best well-wishing friend of everyone. By his blessings, you're getting all success in your business. By his blessings only, you're becoming all prosperous. He always desires your good fortune. By his grace, your business is successful. By his blessings, you will attain, even in future, you will attain victory everywhere. मोरे के न पूछो, तुम्ही पूछो आपन मन, तुम्ही नराधिपा हो विष्णु अंश सम. Why are you questioning me? Right? You're asking me, who is this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Why are you asking me? Better that you question your own mind. Right? This thought came in your mind because you're seeing something extraordinary here. Why you're asking me? Ask your own mind. What does your mind say? And you're not just any ordinary person, right? That anyone's mind says and that's truth. No. Because you are the king of the people, you are the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you can understand this better than I. The king is called Naradeva. Naradeva means the Supreme Lord in the human form. Again, this is a vibhuti. Amongst men, Krishna says in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, vibhutis, right? Amongst all men, I am the king. That means the king is the best of all men, and that special quality in him because of which he is the best, that quality is the Lord's power, Lord's potency, vibhuti. Like amongst animals I'm lion, amongst beasts I'm lion, amongst humans I'm the king, the Krishna says. So like that, you are the king. Never mind you're a Muslim king, but still you are the king. King means he's a representative, it's a vibhuti of the Supreme Lord. So you will understand better than me because you are more advanced in that sense. You are the king of all men. So you ask your mind, what does your mind say about this person? Like that. Why you are asking me? Why are you questioning me? You question your own mind. Because you are the king of the people, you are the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you can understand this better than I. तोमारा चित्ते चैतन्य रे कोई छे होए ज्ञान, तोमारा चित्ते जय लोय से प्रमाण. Thus, Srila Rupa Goswami informed the king about his mind as a way of knowing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you want to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you just question your own mind. Your mind will give you all answers. This is how Rupa Goswami informed the king, Nawab Hussain Shah. He informed the king about his mind as the way of knowing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You want to know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Ask your own mind. He assured the king that whatever occurred in his mind could be considered evidence. Normally it is not so. Normally we don't say that. If you want to establish who is the Supreme Lord, you have to refer to Shastra, not just you refer to your mind. Because everyone's mind won't say the same thing. One person's mind says, another person's mind says something else. But here is not an ordinary person. Like Of course, I'm not talking in this situation, but when there is Vaidusha Pratyaksham, we discussed, right? Those who are liberated, their mind will not give wrong information. Their senses will not give wrong information. You can rely on their mind, the information given by their mind, the information provided by their senses, you can rely. Who's those who are liberated? Otherwise, those who are conditioned, you cannot rely on the information given by their mind or senses. Uh, so, so Pratyaksha and Anumana we cannot rely. But here Rupa Goswami is saying, for you, your mind, whatever your mind tells you, you can accept it as evidence about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Raja kohe shuno mora mane jai loy sakshat ishvara iha nahi ko samshay. The king replied, okay, you say my mind, what comes in my mind, that is evidence. I'll tell you what my mind says. I consider Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no doubt about it. That is why Rupa Goswami told Nawab Hussain Shah, you can take your mind as evidence. Also, one more point here is that just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking Ramananda Rai questions and Ramananda Rai is giving answers. Such very advanced questions he was asking, about, who is what is the highest activity, right? Like that. So he was going higher and higher and higher, which is not even found in the Vedas, which nobody has ever discussed. And Mahaprabhu is really churning and getting it out of Ramananda Rai. And Ramananda Rai is answering. And Ramananda Rai said, my Lord, nobody has ever asked these questions. And I don't know from where I am speaking. I can understand one thing. It is you who is speaking through me. You are putting the words in my mouth and I am like a puppet. I am like a puppet. I am simply saying, but actually you are the one who is speaking through me. Like that. Um, so this Nawab Hussain Shah is in the presence of Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami is a Nityasiddha devotee of the Lord, right? A personal associate of Srimati Radharani Lalita Sakhi. So he can know, right? So therefore, in this particular, so we cannot take it as a rule that always whatever your mind says, that is the evidence. Don't take it like that. But in this case, Rupa Goswami said, you ask your mind. He could see, already from the question itself, he could see that he's already attracted to Mahaprabhu and he can see. So he said, why you are asking me? You ask your mind. So then he said, the king said, my mind says this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no doubt. That's what my mind is saying. So I'm trying to confirm it with you. Am I thinking right? Is this true or not? But my mind says there is no doubt that this person is the Supreme Lord. एतको ही राजा गेला निज अभ्यंतरे तबे दबिरा खासा आइला आपनार घरे. After having this conversation with Rupa Goswami, the king entered his private house. Rupa Goswami, then known as Dabir Khas, also returned to his residence. So they had this conversation. So the king said, this is the Supreme Lord, right? Then he went to his quarters and Rupa Goswami came back to his residence. Purport. A monarch is certainly a representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the proprietor of all planetary systems, right? Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram is the proprietor, supreme proprietor. In each and every planet, there must be some king, governmental head, or executive, right? You have a deity, controlling deity for each planet. And on that planet also, for each place you have again a leader, either a governor or a president, like that, king. So for each planet, there must be some king, governmental head, or executive. Such a person is supposed to be the representative of Lord Vishnu. On behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he must see to the interests of all the people. Therefore, Lord Vishnu, as Paramatma, gives the king all intelligence to execute governmental affairs. Srila Rupa Goswami therefore asked the king what was in his mind concerning Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and indicated that whatever the king thought about him was correct. So, on what basis Rupa Goswami said that whatever this king thought would be correct? Because he is a king and a king is a representative of the Supreme Lord. What does that mean? The king is a representative of the Supreme Lord means he is empowered by the Lord. He has the potency of the Lord. So he can see. And why is he empowered by the Lord? He is empowered by the Lord to lead all the people on the right path. So, in order to lead everyone on the right path, he must have that type of right intelligence also, isn't it? Right mindset, right knowledge. That's when he can lead everyone properly. Just like, let's say one person is, we'll take the example of Shivananda Sen. Shivananda Sen takes all the devotees to Puri. We saw that, right? Mahaprabhu made him in charge. You bring all the devotees to Puri every year. So if he didn't know how to go, directions, where to go, how to go, how he will lead all these thousands of people to Jagannath Puri if he himself didn't know? Isn't it? So then the leader is empowered by who? The leader is empowered by Lord Vishnu only, so that he can lead everyone else properly. That is why the person who is a leader is not an ordinary person. He is chosen by the Supreme Lord. He is chosen by the higher authorities because of his credits. And on different levels, leaders on different levels. Like Indra is the king of heavens. It's not just any person can become. Right? Somebody who has done 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas, he becomes qualified to become the king of Indra, the king of heaven, or Indra. So 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas is not a joke. Who can do that? So only someone very pious is able to do that. And Ashwamedha Yagya means nobody will disagree that you are his superior. Anyone who disagrees, you are capable of subduing that person by fighting. So you are a very chivalrous, powerful person also, apart from being a very pious, like that. So being a king means he must have that type of quality. So that's why you are the king, right? So you can accept whatever is coming in your mind, that is the truth. And the king's opinion is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so they went back to their rooms. What happened? Ghare aasi dui bhai yukati koriya, Prabhu dekhi bare chale vesha lukaya. So after returning to his residence, Dabir Khas, that means Rupa Goswami, and his brother, who is his brother, Sakar Malik, who later became Sanatan Goswami. So after returning to his residence, Dabir Khas and his brother decided after much consideration to go see the Lord incognito. See, again, we should just see how uh, delicate the matter is. The king is saying he is the Supreme Lord. The king is saying we should allow him to do whatever activities he is doing and we should not ever obstruct his path. Still, they're so wise and experienced. They can not just wise and experienced, actually, it is their advancement in devotional service. Just like I gave you the example of Vasudev yesterday. Kamsa said, take your son back. But Vasudev could understand. How Vasudev could understand that today he is saying this, tomorrow he won't have the same mindset. He'll change right away. Because those who are advanced in devotional service, they can understand. They can understand. That's all. There's no other answer. The Lord informs them. So, Rupa Goswami wanted to go and see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally, along with his brother Dabir Khas, along with his brother Sakar Malik. But they went incognito, hiding their identity. Because they are, can you imagine the Prime Minister and Finance Minister? So, but they wanted to go incognito so that people will not see and create disturbance for Mahaprabhu ultimately. अर्धरात्रे दुई भाई आइला प्रभु स्थाने प्रथमे मिलिला नित्यानंदा हरिदास सने. Thus, in the dead of night, the two brothers Dabir Khas and Sakar Malik went to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incognito. First, they met Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. So, when did they go incognito? They changed their, appearance like some ordinary people, and that too they went in the dead of the night, Ardharatri, midnight. And first they went and met Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur before meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. तार दुई जना जानाइला प्रभु रगोचरे रूप साकर मल्लिका आइला तोमा देखी बारे. Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur told Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that two personalities, Sri Rupa and Sanatan, back then they were Dabir Khas and Sakar Malik. So Sri Rupa and Sanatan had come to see him. Purport: Sakar Malik was the name of Sanatan Goswami and Dabir Khas was the name of Rupa Goswami. They were recognized by these names in the service of the Muslim king. Therefore, these are Muslim names. As officials, the brothers adopted all kinds of Muslim customs. So, not only were they working for the king, but they were in a very prominent position. The king practically treated them like his own brothers. No wonder he was talking in confidence privately with Dabir Khas about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He practically treated Sakar Malik and Dabir Khas as his own brothers. And he changed their names also because they're like part of the family now, Sakar Malik and Dabir Khas. And they also adopted externally. Because if you go to their homes, you will see a different picture. But externally, they had adopted all the customs of the Muslims, right? Their festivals or whatever, their dress up, everything. But in their home, they had this hidden Vrindavan. They practically built like a Vrindavan around their house. And but when they were coming to work, dressed up as Muslims, names were Muslims, their customs also were like that of Muslims. So we can stop here today. Sakar Malik was the name of Sanatan Goswami, Dabir Khas was Rupa Goswami. They were recognized by these names in the service of the Muslim king. People knew them by these names only. Therefore, these are Muslim names. And they had adopted all kinds of Muslim customs. So we'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.